Ian Wright, founder and CEO of Wrightspeed, joining me, also one of the co-founders of Tesla Motors. Nice to see you here.
Nice to be here, thank you.
You are speaking on a panel that has to do with basically where we are in terms of energy and what that means for all sorts of applications, electric vehicles being one of them. So now we've had oil prices drop dramatically. I was just at an energy conference. Nobody is talking about oil going back up to $100. What does this do with the electric vehicle movement broadly? Does it set it back?
The way we think about that is that different kinds of vehicles use a different amount of fuel per year. So at the bottom end of the scale, little city cars use maybe 200, 250 gallons a year. Family car 600 gallons, pickup truck 1,400 gallons, garbage trucks 14,000 gallons. So what the dropping price of oil does is it moves the bar. So right now about 4,000 gallons a year, and above that it's worth doing, and below that it's not. If the price drops further, that number will increase. So for garbage trucks, 14,000 gallons a year, it's a no-brainer, no matter what happens to the price of oil.
And that's what your company is really focusing on, taking apart, not building an entire electric garbage truck, but building a component that gets dropped in, and there's the cost savings.
Yes, we make the entire powertrain, everything that makes the truck go, and it completely replaces the diesel engine, the transmission, all of that stuff. And so, they're spending $55,000, $60,000 a year on fuel, up to $30,000 on maintenance. We can save more than half of that. So it makes the economics compelling. So, they burn so much fuel.
So what's the outlook now for your business? Where do you see it growing? You also had a deal with FedEx. They were converting some of their vehicles.
Yes, and we're doing more for FedEx. There is definitely interest from the delivery drive cycle, those kind of trucks, 16,000-pound trucks. And there's a lot of those in the US. It's about 2.2 million of those medium-duty trucks. Now, there's only 110,000 garbage trucks, but 100% of those are target market for us. So yes, we have both those markets, the medium-duty trucks that are used in a delivery drive cycle and the Class 8 heavy-duty garbage trucks.
Are you surprised by the success of Tesla since you've left and just kind of watched what's happened to that company? And clearly the electric vehicle market has captured some of the consumer interest. I understand the economics might not be there totally, but people think it's cool.
Well, they are cool. They're very nice to drive. The Model S is a wonderful car. Yes, I think part of the original vision for Tesla, Martin's vision, Elon's vision, was to change the public perception of electric cars. As we started in 2003, and EV1s had all been crushed. You could only buy golf carts. That's all there was. And now everybody wants a Model S. So I think it really has done fantastically well at changing the public perception. And the people that are buying them because they're really nice cars and they're really fun to drive.
Well, but does it go beyond Tesla though? Because some of the big automakers have had, frankly, mixed success trying to do that.
Well, yes, but they're not trying to do the same thing. Chevy Volt is based on the Chevy Cruze. That's not a very exciting car. The Nissan Leaf, that's a little city car, and it's not the same thing as a Model S at all. They've had some success with that, more than perhaps people would have thought before they did it, but those aren't terribly exciting cars.
So Tesla's the category killer?
Yes, so it would seem. I was astonished when they were outselling Mercedes and Porsche and BMW in the Bay Area. That is just success.
Where do you see automotive technology going in 5 years from now? What kind of things do you think about that excite you beyond the possibility of what you're doing right now?
Oh, I think we're going to see a lot more wheels driven with electric motors for control reasons, for quietness reasons, for efficiency reasons, in all kinds of vehicles. I think you're going to see a lot more of electric motors driving wheels and a lot less, they'll take over a lot more of the conventional powertrain. I think for techies, if you look inside the car and look at how Tesla did a real systems software architecture on the thing and designed the electronics as a system, I would love to see that approach taken by the big guys. And I think it would make the experience of using these cars a lot better.
What do you think about the idea of self-driving cars? Doesn't that defeat the fun of it?
Well, it would for me, yes. I think that's wonderful technology. I love cutting off the Google autonomous cars on the freeway and seeing them jump on the brakes. But I think in the US at least there's going to be enormous liability concerns. I think the legal environment is going to make that very, very difficult to get those things out on the road and actually sell them to consumers.
So your car, the X1, the fastest legal street car that they say, electric car, you don't ever want to see that be self-driving, I would assume.
No, it's got traction control and that's very nice, but that's about it. We actually have a patent on some vehicle dynamics control stuff that we invented that would make very high performance electric cars a lot safer for the average driver, and I think that'll get wide deployment. But our philosophy on that is we take the driver's intent, the signal he gives you with the steering wheel and the pedals, that's gospel. The driver wants the car to go there, we make it go there. We don't second guess them and say, no, the lane's over there.
Well, we'll end it there. Ian Wright, great chatting with you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.